Hello, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a late video for me, but I saw this. This is OG Star Wars over on Twitter. I believe they actually have a YouTube channel. I don't know, but I'll leave their Twitter linked in the description box. I saw this on my feed on Twitter at Mistakes Reviews. Give me a follow, because some other people that I follow this individual, and I found it to be fascinating because they shared this book. Now, the book is special, so it's Time Special Edition Star Wars. The inside stories, the epic journey, and what comes next. And you think, great, that'd be interesting. But I think what this actually reveals, more so than anything, is just how skewed everyone is towards it all. And it's all about, it's just a bunch of virtue signaling. It's just nonsense. It basically paints Star Wars fans to be people that only like Star Wars because of straight white men, and just like all this absolute crap. And it's basically just self-congratulatory, a circle jerk. It's garbage. And I found it to be absolutely amazing. So this individual, OG Star Wars, was great enough to post some screenshots. So we're going to take a look at them. And I mean, this is what caught my eye. A New Hope lacks the racial and gender sensibilities. Alright then, you know what kind of video we're in for today. So let's dive into it, ladies and gents. Right, so here it is. I just thought I'd put it next to me. And this kind of says it all, let's be honest. The actual opener header is diversity. And remember, ladies and gents, these people hate you. They hate you. And it's painfully obvious. Rewinding and rewriting the Star Wars legacy for the next generation. So what is the Star Wars legacy according to these individuals? Just pushing, like, what? Whiteness? Racial hatred? What is it? Because that's kind of what, that's almost how it's framed, isn't it? We've got to rewrite and rewind the Star Wars legacy for a new generation. Like, okay, well, what is it then? What do you actually think that it is? So this Eliana Doctorman should go back and actually do a doctorate of something, because you're definitely lacking some intelligence. Star Wars has always been populated by a wide array of aliens, but until recently, its human heroes have all looked strikingly similar. Okay. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker. Interesting that they don't notice Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett. I mean, obviously, this is framed as Star Wars, the sequels, right? We don't talk about Lando Calrissian in there. Granted, there's not a lot. Like, I get that. But there was more in the prequels than there were before. Apparently that doesn't matter anymore. They're all white and male. Right, okay. A fact that presented... This is it, ladies and gents. This says it all. Even Jasper? You annoyed too? Yeah, you are. It's a fact that presented a problem for Disney. Why is being... What? Why is being a white male a problem for Disney? Why is that a problem? What? Why do we have racist books? This is racism. And sexism. It's misandry. There's no two ways about it. It is. You look up the actual definitions of it. This is a prejudice because they are white. So why is that a problem? Unbelievable. So anyway, that apparently presented a problem for Disney when it decided to reboot the series in the what? Does that say 2018, 2010s? Sorry. Audience expectations had changed. And here we go, ladies and gents. Apparently parents now demand diverse heroes for their kids. Do they? Do they? Do they? Really? I don't know. I'm not a father, clearly, right? All I've got is a little dog. And that's it. That's my life. But do parents really demand diverse heroes for their kids? Surely they just demand good heroes. You know, good role models. Why does the role model have to be to do with the pigment of your skin? Bizarre. And that's the thing, there are diverse, like, heroes. It doesn't mean that every single bit of media has to be populated with it, you know? I don't go to Africa, right? I don't go to Africa and say, well, there's not enough British culture here. There's not enough whiteness here. You're all a bunch of racists. Like, what? There were black people in there. There were diversity. Obviously, you can pick it apart and say, well, there's not enough. That's fine. But it does seem very, very strange. Very, very pedantic. Anyway, so apparently the global box office success can make or break a movie. Yeah, we know that. And here's what I find so interesting. So, they actually attribute The Force Awakens, this is the self-congratulatory bollocks, they attribute The Force Awakens' success with diversity. Yeah, not because, ladies and gents, not because we hadn't had Star Wars for a long time and people were excited to see what was happening with it. No, definitely nothing to do with that. Of course not. The Force Awakens became the 4th highest grossing film of all time worldwide after it premiered in 2015. In part because it boasted one of the most diverse casts ever to star in a blockbuster film. Well, pray tell, absolute douche canoes. If that is the case, then why did they get downward trajectory from there? Clearly it's got nothing to do with diversity, right? Very clearly. I had like a brain wiring issue just there. Like, clearly it's got nothing to do with diversity. Like, seriously? Come on now, behave. That's just insane. And here's the continuation of that sheet of paper. It represented a galactic shift for the franchise. In retrospect, 1977's A New Hope lacks the racial and gender sensibilities of modern blockbusters. Do you hear yourself? The 1977 film doesn't have the sensibilities of 2015. Jasper, mate. My mind is blown. My mind is blown by that. Can you believe it? A film made in the 70s doesn't have the sensibilities of today. Can you believe it? Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Of course it doesn't, you absolute twat. Are you for real? Fuck me. This is what's wrong with the world. And a child is going to read this and go, every film needs it then. Every film needs it. What are you high? Women didn't wield lightsabers until the prequels in the 2000s. And even then, only minor female characters had the privilege. That left the studio trying... Mate, there were female characters on the Jedi Council. What are you on about? That left the studio trying to tap into a lucrative audience longing for yesteryear, while creating a different set of protagonists. So 2016's Rogue One, set during the time of the earlier trilogy, returns to the original Star Wars era with a diverse international cast. Among the rebels who stow away on Empire ships and shoot their way through hordes of stormtroopers are, Bodhi Rook, British-Palestinian actor Riz Ahmed, Captain Cassian Andor, Mexican actor Diego Luna, spiritual warrior Chirrut, Imwe, Hong Kong actor Donnie Yen. Basically, they're just self-congratulating themselves. What a bloody joke. What an absolute, just such a shit show. So there you go, ladies and gents. Newsflash. A film made in the 70s doesn't have today's sensibilities. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? Who would have thought it? And I think what's perhaps, so interesting is then you get the likes of OG Star Wars here saying, well, look, as a Native American, Asian female, I still played as a Jedi, even though my favourite characters were male and didn't look like me. And the vast majority of people would probably have done the same, let's be honest. It's just bloody ridiculous. Unreal. So anyway, I thought you'd enjoy this video. It's just Saturday, bit of a chilled one. Just thought this was hilarious. So let me know your thoughts down below. Happy New Year, ladies and gents. Got a stream on tonight. Hopefully this goes out before that. I'm going to open up a bottle of something and have some fun with you guys on stream. Let me know your thoughts down below. Cheers. Take care.